All right, and we are live.
Yay.
Should I rejoin as a player, or do you want me to stay as a GM?
You can be a player, whatever. All right, so this is a new game, and Steven I don't know how to say your last name, but Steven is our GM this week, or this adventure.
Yay!
Yay! New person.
Right, yeah. So welcome to Questionable Salvage, the Edge of Empire Star Wars game. We're going to go through and try and get some character introductions done, just because we have some people switching players and kind of maybe some new listeners, whatever, some players that haven't worked together. So we're going to start, we're going to go through the splash screen from left to right, so what you're seeing on the screen. The first character to introduce themselves will be Wah.
Hey, I'm Wah. I'm basically playing the rogue, and my character is going to have a huge gun for the big battles, but we'll be just carrying around a little small gun for day-to-day life.
What specializations is he?
Specializations. He is the bounty hunter assassin.
Okay, cool.
All right, next up is Necro.
Yes, this is Jeff. I am playing Necro. So, Necro Techro will be playing the slicer role, and he's also a droid tech and I can't remember right now. He's a droid technician, slicer, and cyber tech. So he will be doing the slicer role, and he will be taking along his droid HK3R hacker on this mission to assist with his slicing capabilities.
All right. Next is Cat Cam with us.
Hey, Cam's not here.
not
I
yet.
just sent a message in chat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's move to Jackal.
Yeah. Jaquel is next.
Also
I think.
running behind.
All
Nope,
right.
I'm here.
So-
He's here.
Oh,
Jaquel is, to most, a typical Mandalorian soldier. What everybody doesn't know is he was raised by a group of ARC troopers and a Jedi because he was found as a child just prior to Order 66 happening, so he couldn't actually get temple trained because they all got
Mark.
off pretty much. Yeah, murked. So he is a Mandalorian human by species, but his specialization is clone officer war leader.
All right. Next up, I think is Zangiver.
Yes, Iron back. He is an outlaw droid cyber tech guy. Pretty much utility character. That's how I play him. Play him with what the group needs, and can go with that.
All right. Next up is Jahat.
all right. And Jahat is also a Mandalorian human, but a little bit on a different vein. He is the son of a kind of corporate family, so very businessman, very upper class, and he is a mystic prophet.
All right. So let's see. I probably don't know enough about Cat Cam to do their intro. Does anyone want to take a stab at just doing a quick intro?
I know a bit about Kekem's character. Kekem is a Mandalorian, and they are good with the guns. Yeah.
I don't think he's actually a Mandalorian.
No, she was a foundling.
No, Cat Cam's a former stormtrooper.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
No. Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right.
Kekem's a
This is-
Mandalorian.
As a foundling, her parents were killed, and then she was founded by a Mando who trained him in the ways of Mandos.
All right. So Kit Cam is a bounty hunter, assassin, and gadgeteer, and I think that kind of sums up everyone's specializations and species.
All right. You guys want to go around?
That's my species. It's the cat-like one with the principal tail.
All right. well, I guess I won't have everyone go around the table and tell us what Cam means to them personally, since we had enough introductions. Let's see. So we start off at Skip One. We did a few things in chat. I believe Jaquel was approached by a Duros who had a mission and kind of an idea for a team he wanted to put together. And his father, or not father, but fathers, I guess, the Arc clones and the Jedi kind of passed him this contact, saying that this contact might have some work for him when he was en route back to Skip One from a previous mission that we handled in Play-by-Post. And Jaquel kind of made contact with some of the members of the team that he had met before and mentioned that there would be a meeting in 3 days, which is where we start now, the third day, right before the meeting in the cantina on Skip One.
Okay, so I guess we will take it from Skip One.
Yes, so in the back corner of Skip One, you see a Duros who, Jaquel, you recognize as Pharaoh, sitting at a booth with enough room that you guys could kind of gather around, kind of waiting in his usual manner with a couple of empty cups of coffee in front of him and one half-drank one, just kind of eyeing the place. And we have, let's see. You don't know the group yet, so you've been contacted individually by Pharaoh, and he mentioned that he might have some work for you, for someone with your particular skills. They need kind of an infiltrator type.
Okay.
Did we roll Destiny?
No,
Yeah, go ahead and roll Destiny. I already cleared the pool.
Lots of black.
Be one of those days.
Man. Thank you, Jaquel, for that. Oh, that's even better.
Kick hands here.
Okay, Cam, you can go ahead and roll Destiny as well if you didn't yet.
All right, say bye, Jaquel, Way, and Kit Cam.
Oh,
Then,
those are some pretty good light side rolls, I'd have to say.
do we have any Force users that have their threshold above 70 to give an additional light side point on their conflict and morality?
Do we even have
No.
a Force user? Do we even have a Force user?
I think we have a couple.
Yeah,
We
John
got,
and Jaquel are both.
And then Jihad. I think Jihad's on
To- totally not a force user.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, him.
unless wow is a wow, not wow. What do you say his name?
It's Wah.
Wow is wow Force user.
No.
Okay,
Oh
well,
yeah, just Jihad.
Okay, well,
so we are
You have to
inside
tell
of
us
Skip
if you are,
One.
it's entrapment.
Yeah, so we're inside Skip One, and we see Adoros at the table. I think someone had contact with him Play-by-Post, so
Yes.
we'll take it from there.
Yeah, so Jaquel, you know Angiver and Jahat, and you kind of had a conversation with them previously in Play-by-Post about this job. I believe they contacted Ketcam and Necro to let them know.
Yeah, I think that's how we was gonna work. I was letting them know, and then they were kind of passing it off because they were the only two I know.
Yeah,
So
and we
Jaquel
did
would
discuss
probably-
some details, but I'll rediscuss them so that we have everyone here at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I figured would be best. But Jaquel will probably go in over where Pharos is and sit down and pull out the, I don't know what you'd call it in Star Wars or if it exists, but a straw to stick in a drink and stick up under his helmet.
Space straw.
Exactly.
You'd think they'd have him built into the helmet.
You'd think.
All right, we can do that for gas masks already.
Ah, so I heard there's a job. Got some details?
Oh, yes. It's good to see that you all made it here. It's a bit of a risk. Situation may have changed in the Talani shipyard since we conceived of this job a few months ago. Some folks made a little bit of a mess there, and they've increased security significantly. There will be a blockade that you'll have to get through even to access the system.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Didn't you go on that there, Kit Cam? You and I think Yuri's was there, and yeah, I think y'all took Jumper with y'all.
So Ada. Oh, go ahead.
Something about a Bacta transport getting blown up.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
So Ada chimes in. Hi, so you said there's a blockade. Does that blockade allow people with legitimate business, say a nonprofit taxi company, allowed to pass through the blockade to deliver passengers?
Oh yes, it's still a hub of trade and all that. So they do allow people with legitimate business through, people with clean records. They do a quick scan of the ship to make sure it's legally owned. I'm trusting that won't be a problem for you.
Of course, my records are all in order. Everything
And then
is.
they may do a background check on the person it's registered to make sure they have a clean record.
Yes, I do. I have a 100% clean record and was chosen specifically to be the head of this organization because of that.
Well, then you shouldn't have too much of a problem unless you're randomly selected for a more in-depth inspection, in which case I would recommend not bringing too much obvious contraband in with you.
We only have legal wares, and all of our passengers sign a disclosure form that they accept any responsibility for any illegal activity that they engage in, but we do not hold any liability towards that, and our insurance clearly states that as well. We are a legitimate nonprofit business.
Well, very, very good. We have a bit of a delicate situation. If you could get in and out possibly without making things any harder on the local residents of Talan. They've suffered a bit under this blockade. So being a bit more delicate would be appreciated if possible. We have some intel we want to acquire. It's on board a ship that's being constructed currently and is slated to be completed in the next probably by month's end by our estimates, unless they've sped up or slowed down the timeline significantly. They have a few of the RA7 protocol droids on board, at least one to our knowledge, and maybe some more in the port. Those would be much appreciated as kind of a bonus, but the information that they are carrying would be enough to complete the job. The pay would be 50,000, or let's see, we'll say 6,000, or no, I'm trying to think of an even number. That 9,000 each, and for any additional droid that's returned to us intact that we could use in our endeavors, we would pay an additional 9,000 credits on the top of all that. Not each, but toward the total.
So each droid is 9,000?
Yes, each droid that's returned intact with its memory core intact and its functions more or less at usable at the very least. Lightly damaged is understandable, but destroyed would not give you the bonus.
I can roll with that.
Do you specifically need the droids functional, or do you just need the information they hold?
To complete the job, we do not need them functional. We just need their information, whether it's on a memory core or a hard drive or whatever. To grant you a bonus for the droids, I would need them relatively unharmed, no permanent damage.
What kind of information do these droids have?
They are, well, I don't know if you're familiar with the model. They've mostly been co-opted by the Imperial Security Bureau as combination a combination of protocol, droid, and spy. So they have more
Real quick,
advanced
Patta.
sensors. Yes.
Wait. Before you start explaining the ins and outs of the droids, Jakil's gonna kind of mosey over somewhere else because he don't want to know too much information. Just to get the details of the job and not know so much to where he's a liability.
Okay.
So it sounds like we need a bunch of restraining bolts. Do you know how many droids there are?
Well, I don't know for sure. Intel says there should be at least one. I would expect that there's not more than 3 or 4, and in one place at a time. They do represent a pretty large expense of resources and credits.
Ah, okay. Doesn't sound too difficult. So some range training bolts are good. Is there anything that they are not allowing to the system that normally is legal but is considered illegal during this blockade that we should make sure we don't have on us to cause a security red flag?
It's more that they're restricting who you can sell to and under what circumstances. It's I guess the closest thing I could compare it to, if it wasn't a government entity doing it, would be extortion.
So weapons are A-okay as long as they're not restricted. That's what I'm
Yes.
hearing? Okay.
In the system, I'm assuming where you would have to go to get on board the ship, the security will be a good deal tighter.
Of course.
How much are we looking at corporate port security versus actual Imperial forces?
In the system itself and on the main planet, it would be, Telon is known actually for its standing military. It's one of the few planets that maintains, or systems that usually maintains its own security with light oversight from the Empire. Unfortunately, due to recent events, the Imperials have put up a blockade around and have leveled a few sanctions against the people of Talon and the system. So once you're through the blockade, it's mostly locals. But on the actual work bay that you'll be accessing the ship from, it will be a little bit tighter and more Imperials for the makeup of the security.
Is that because a couple ships went missing from there?
Yes, there was a debacle. One of our contacts, I think, was involved. A Hamar, one of their merchants, he had been working with a crew to liberate some Bacta, and the ship was destroyed.
That sounds too bad. Oh well. His loss, our gain. Well,
I'm looking at Necro when he's saying this too.
So, in case you haven't met me, my name is Kronos. So everyone that thinks they know my name will be Kronos for this mission. So please address me as such.
Kronos. Oh, I did not know that. I had you down as a different name, so I'll correct that on my records.
We all look alike, so it's understandable.
Oh, I was going to say you look like Crackett for a minute.
No, I know I do, but I'm not him. I wish I had his skill, though.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else anyone wants to ask Pharaoh while he's here?
Oh, what's the time frame? How much? We got to get it before they're leaving. Is there any issue with us stealing the ship? If that might be the easiest way to get out of the blockade.
If you did steal the ship, I mean, as long as it didn't come back on the people of the system, there was no. I mean, it's kind of a weigh and balance thing. We would love to see the ISB lose such a valuable ship versus the harm that it might do to the locals. So it's kind of a use your discretion sort of thing. It won't come out of the reward or anything, but just kind of use your better judgment on the ground.
Yeah, it would kind of stink if 6 different Imperials left some evidence behind implicating them to the heist. That would be such a shame.
Oh, well, in that case, that would be probably a preferable outcome, I would say, if I'm catching your drift here.
Yeah, I mean, them Imperials, I hear they're pretty greedy.
Oh, yes, it's not unheard of for an entire ship to defect and carve out their own bandit empire.
Oh, I think we need your obligation still. The obligation rule, the D100.
Oh, yeah, let me roll a D100 real quick. Almost forgot that. So that's 61. That's, I think, the last number on the list. Let me check.
Hey, I'm not the last number.
61 is Necro.
Oh, and is that after you reduce my my obligation? Because my obligation is no longer 15. It's 12.
Yeah, it goes up through 67, I think.
Okay.
Because that doesn't... Does that actually make sense as a list? No, not really.
That's fine. It looks like once we get to Talani, I could use a Verpine headband. Anyone else have any questions?
How do I pronounce Talon?
Talon.
The Talon is the planet, and Talani shipyards. It's the Talani shipyards because it's in the Talon system, I think.
If they seem to be wrapping up Jaquel way back over, he didn't all of the ins and outs. He's just like, okay, go smash and grab this.
Jaquel's simple and I like that.
So, how do y'all want to get there now that I guess we're all here?
Well,
We should probably go by a ship. The ship
I
that
think-
this lady has, because apparently it's legal.
I'll say let's talk about this. I guess in private. I guess I'd say I guess thank you for the intel, and we'll get to work on this then, and I guess we can head off and decide this.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for taking the job.
3,000 up front, right?
Yes, we can arrange that. Does that work for everyone? A 3,000 credit advance?
That would work.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sure.
That would be acceptable.
So he slides a few credit sticks across the table. One for each of you.
So, I give him some directions for the final are we going to get the final payment in credit sticks like this, or are you depositing stuff into accounts?
We can arrange for a deposit if that's what you like.
Oh, I was just asking if I needed to give you instructions or not. But it's all good. We can figure it out when we get back.
All right. Yeah. So you guys, he kind of waves as you leave and goes back to his coffee.
Sweet, just got 3,000.
Okay. So, I have a ship. Do we want to have more than one so that it's not suspicious if we all just happen to arrive on the same ship and then we're seen together?
I was going to suggest it might not even be a bad idea to commission or just like buy tickets in on some kind of, space liner, and show up not even involving a company that you're even tangentially involved with.
Yeah, but that'll take time to do that. I can fly there myself with my ship's pretty fast. Plus, I'd like to try to get to work on some droids in case, if you want to do like any kind of swapping out with droids.
Well, I plan on traveling on the Spitting Minnock, which is part of the Bantha Traveling Services nonprofit, which takes low-income families to and from different destinations for a small donation and writing their name and contact information on a piece of paper that's required by federal law or by galactic law. Now, we don't check IDs because, there's privacy concerns. So all we need is just a name and a contact information, that's required by galactic law. Who knows if anyone ever checks them.
So it sounds like at least 2 ships are going to be going there.
Yep. Mine will have some actual random people as well. We'll make a few stops along the way, but we got to keep up our nonprofit status of being a legit business.
Also, I mentioned in the chat, but I'll mention it again. Talon is a colony. It's in the colonies, and it is on a major trade route, so rarity is -1 there.
Oh, so we could go buy stuff there?
For 1 rarity cheaper.
Yeah, so it's 1 rarity lower, and their main exports are high technology vehicles and ships. So those are kind of the things they specialize in there.
Yeah, so rarity 5 for our game would not require to roll. Rarity 5 or less, you don't need to roll a rarity roll, basically, in that system.
Woo.
Perfect.
All right, so who wants to go on which ship? I'm assuming that you look very technological. I'm going to assume that you probably have a quicker ship, especially since we got to drop off a few passengers.
Yeah, you don't remember I fixed Ada's arm.
Yes. And your ship, that actually looks kind of familiar.
Yeah.
So I guess let's form 2 lines and see who wants to go where. So,
Okay.
all right, Necro was over here. So if you want to ride with Necro, come over here, and those that want to ride with Angiver. People that go with Angiver, since he'll be there first, can probably have a couple days to scout out the place and send us information. I have a very long-range transceiver on my ship, so you can send information to us even while we're in hyperspace if you see anything to warn us about.
Jihad's gonna go with Angiver. Hopefully get there a little early.
I'm gonna go with Angiver as well.
Jaquel will go with Angiver as well.
I'll go with
Wait, is Angiver the ship that's the whole non-profit thing, or is this something?
No, Necro has the non-profit.
I just got the work stuff on there and all the droids for building stuff.
Oh, I had those records. So I'm sorry, in that case, Jihad would also like to go with Necro.
Yeah, I think so.
Is your ship registered with the boss records?
It's still under the same name that it was when I first got it.
Ah, smuggling vessel. Okay.
All right, so the base travel time is going to be 10 days. So you guys can make your astrogation checks to see if you can cut some time off of that. I think you each have 0.5 hyperdrives as well, so that'll reduce it by half at least.
I have a hyperdrive class 1, and Angiver has a 0.5, so his is actually half of that on a successful roll.
Okay, so actually you'll probably have a significant, maybe 5 or 6 days on planet before Necro arrives.
So if they run into troubles, they could probably sneak around and get in some other way, or message us back.
Should I?
Eventually, with Necro, tell him I'm going to build some droid chassis for these RA7s. If he wants to program them, I can save the chassis just so he can do that.
Well, if you're going to get there 5 days early, I mean, I don't think it's very difficult. You don't have to program with the exact same directives as they should have, just enough to convince people that they are the right droids.
Okay, I'm still kind of good at learning things, so I appreciate that knowledge.
But-
Jakel's kind of new to the group, so he's going to ask, should I ride with him in his ship in case he needs someone to fire the gun? Talking to MacGyver.
Who's shit?
Yours.
You can. I got two. droids that can
Jahan
shoot.
has his bodyguards going with him too.
I got 2 droids that can shoot. I got Viper and Matilda here.
That are good shooting your ship weapons?
Yes, they both got gun range pretty high.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go.
All right.
Okay.
1 purple astrogation, correct?
Yes.
All right. My character is assisting the droid pilot, who has 1 in astrogation. And I will use speak binary, which I have 2 ranks in. All right, so I can actually get there a little faster. 25% of 10 days.
So 7-ish days.
Yeah, so I can get there in 7 days.
That's quick.
Give me 1 sec. I'm setting everything up for the droid. I thought I had all set up.
We'll watch Angiver do it in like 3 days.
Yeah.
But it's not a contest. Where do you guys want to meet once we get there, since we're arriving in 2 different areas? Are we gonna meet at a specific hotel or something? So,
Do you remember what you said last time you were there?
I think you got me confused. Kronos has never been to the Talani system before. I hear another draw that looks like me that went by Zombre has been there, but Kronos has not been there.
Cam, do you remember any place we all stayed last time you were here? There.
I recall that was kind of... I'm thinking there's a lot of expensive ones. I'm hoping it was a cheap place.
Yeah, there's a fairly well-known hotel on Talani. It's probably mentioned in the datapad. The Heather Downs Hotel. It's a 25-story hotel with a 5-kilometer oval track that is enclosed. So it's kind of like a racetrack casino hotel. There are smaller hotels for sure. Probably cheaper ones that you can kind of just flop in, or you can stay in your ship.
So, judging from us and what we're wearing, does anyone look like they would be out of place if they went to the Heather Downs Hotel?
Are they fine with aliens?
My character looks kind of like he's wearing mechanic armor.
Mine's got powered armor on.
I guess we
Yeah,
can
I mean, walking around with weapons and armor in a casino might not be the best look.
Oh, I don't have any visible weapons on me. I just have powered armor. That's for protection. And carrying gear, because I got a big pack on me that I carry gear in sometimes.
Okay, so
Yeah, I made an obligation there.
tell you what, since I got long range comms, once you get there, you get settled, let us know the name of the place you're staying at, and we can meet you, and it'll be less suspicious.
I'll do a street rise when I get there then. So I made the roll there, Patta.
All right, so it looks like you probably did it in about 3 days.
So you got you got 4 days to build some droids.
All right, I will do that.
All right, so we will do. Do you have anything about your ship that would like set off red flags at an Imperial blockade? Is the registration suspicious? Is it going to require being able to hold up to some scrutiny?
The spicy lady is known to be a smuggling ship.
There was a smuggling ship that I recovered. I just haven't had the chance in game or anything to go get the boss records updated.
All right, so we'll do a. We'll just make it pretty simple. You'll get hailed by an Imperial ship, probably some. There might be like a fighter patrol, we'll say, and you're hailed by them and asked your business.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm here trying to sell some wares. I'm a traveling businessman. I got my workshop inside. I got plenty of droids, and I hear this is the place to go.
You're bringing droids to Talon? That's ambitious. All right.
Yeah, I like to make a lot of things and try new things out, and I hear this is the place to be. So you can try my hand. I can make more than just droids, though.
All right. So you are you're kind of they're kind of pinging you. They're checking out your ship. You can either try a we'll say computers check to kind of obscure their attempts, or a deception check to kind of give a good cover story.
So I do have a workshop built in to my thing, so I have all the parts everywhere. So they're just going to find a bunch of parts of droids and various weapons and stuff that I've built, which I said I'm a traveling business. So I don't know if that would be suspicious or not, or if that would just really back up my story.
Well, they're going to attempt to do a background check on the ship.
Okay, I can roll computers in if you want me to go against them.
All right. Yeah. So let's say make a 1 red, 1 purple computers check.
I have my droid assist.
Who's on the ship with
All right.
Angiver?
So everything looked good here. Move it along. I guess. Happy hunting. Oh, you forgot a red though.
I haven't rolled it yet. Now it is.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was looking at the wrong roll.
So for that triumph, I'd like to get some. Well, without that stuff, I'd like to get some information on the planet. I guess a good place to land, set to like if I need to sell some wares and stuff to that or buy stuff. So they can give me that information as well as that triumph. I guess they don't bother me. They everything looks legit. And they don't bother me when I leave.
Yeah. I'll say that you can actually get some. How about this? Would you want to be able to pull some pieces of like an Imperial credential to get access through the blockade, like kind of like backdoor for programming?
Also, when you're looking at my system, I get into their system using that same avenue.
Yeah, like you can basically like you have the beginnings to say if you were to go into this system and, for example, steal a ship. You would have some pieces of their credentials so that you'd know how to build kind of like this ship is supposed to be in this airspace type of thing.
Okay. Yeah, so I kind of got a backdoor into the system with the advantage.
Yeah, like you could start building kind of a I don't know what they would call it, like the thing that shows the identity of the ship, like a transponder or whatever, that for another ship, or like to mask what your ship is called, basically.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That gets me out of hot water.
If in case you have to make like a quick escape.
Okay.
All right, so you guys make it through the blockade without any kind of hassle, and they let you know that if you're as good as you think you are with droids, they might have some work for you. They give you the name of an inspector. His name is Lieutenant Gray Ivor. He is an Imperial officer.
Thank you. Yeah, have a great day. And if you need any weapons, anything, come by my shop too, and I'll tell them where I'll be.
All right. And let's see. You guys are able to make it to the surface of the planet. Let's see if we
Perfect. I'll make my rolls for the droid building in Discord.
let's see if we have like a good city map. Guess we'll use this one.
I got one that's called City. It has a hotel and a bar and stuff.
Oh yeah, I was gonna grab in Japan, but if city's better, I'll.
Oh,
find
whichever.
it.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I think Japan's probably more accurate with the Imperials.
We have Japan.
Right. So you guys are kind of in this somewhat urban area near the docks. There are some buildings around. Some of them look like maybe a small hotel or boarding house. Right here.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's not a. Okay, did that wrong. This is the hotel right here.
I guess we'll go get rooms.
So who all rode with Angiver?
I changed my mind and Jahat did.
I will.
So it's Jahat and his 3 guys.
I'm gonna let you talk, man. You probably could have lied to him better.
As you move in, you can hear some kind of hotel lobby music playing as you come in.
So is this kind of a little bit of a? Did we get the impression that this was a little bit of an upper crust place, or?
Oh, this is like the hotel by the docks is not upper crust.
Okay. In that case,
It's actually
I'm gonna
like the
go
back,
in armor.
the back of like what looks like almost a Radio Shack.
So we're
Nice.
far away from upper class.
Yeah, so it's like a hotel / electronics store.
So yeah, I'll grab. I guess looks like those are 2 bedrooms. So I'll grab 2 of those for me and my my bodyguards.
Oh, so where are your bodyguards now?
No, he has his. I guess Jahat never like formally introduced the rest of the group to those, but basically before leaving, Jahat rolls back up with 3 guys in Mandalorian armor. It's probably not as nice as Cam or Jaquel's. It's a little bit lower quality, a little bit cheaper, but they do look pretty capable of using that and the rifles that they're carrying. And he introduces them as his bodyguards.
And this hotel has 5 floors, so there are more than the rooms you see here.
You say translative directives are probably the best things to these things.
Probably the closest to like protocol I could think of.
Okay, I'll put those in there. The first one took me 6 hours.
I think it's hilarious that you're probably spending nearly as much on crafting, like these crafted droids we could probably sell for more than any bonus droids.
Yeah, it's not costing me a thing. I'm just pulling from spare parts I have lying around the ship.
Could also program the droids that were the fake droids that we're dropping off to dip out and jump on a ship later or something like that.
That's what I'm doing. I'm programming them. That way we can do the decoys. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just rolling for what I was doing in the trip here, the flight for the 3 days. But
So I guess
they stop programming and stuff. What I'll be doing.
So are you guys' tokens on the map?
Let's see. I don't see anyone yet.
Oh, put my character. So we're like in here, right?
Yeah, there's so at the what says supply shop, there's
a
this-
lobby right here.
Oh yeah,
That's
so
probably
at the
for
lobby
hotel.
desk.
Yes, lobby.
so. Yeah, Jihad will approach, and let's see. It's me, my guys, and Guyver and Wall. That's it. Or who else?
I'll stay on the comms with y'all while y'all there in the city. While I'm working on these droids. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me yet.
Oh, and I guess
Hey,
Cat Cam's
what? You guys looking to for some rooms or something?
Yeah, I'll take 3 rooms? Looks like for all of us.
Okay, it's 5 credits per hour, or we'll say we could do 20 for the day, or we could do 50 for the let's say 75 for the week.
Sounds great. We'll take 3 rooms for a week.
How
3
many
rooms.
from home?
Hey, there's more than 3 of you. You guys gonna be sharing rooms?
Do you not have double bedrooms?
We do, but it's extra.
You didn't say that before.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be 85 if you got 2 people in a room for the week. Or, if it's a day, it's gonna be an extra 5 credits.
We should probably go for the day.
Barter with him.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and kind of lean across the table towards him.
You're getting 3 rooms. Tell him, hey, I'm buying 3 rooms. What kind of deal can you get me?
Yeah. I'm about to fill up half this hotel with my guys because looking around, business is definitely not popping here. And
we got 2 businesses. One of them's doing okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna rent out 3 of your rooms for the original price that you said, 75 a week.
Oh, 75 a week, 3 rooms, 75 a week. Roll a. That's not that big of an ask. So I'll say roll like a 2 purple negotiation, not 1 purple.
I think, Kit Cam, I think you riding with me, right? You have access to the workshop if you wanted it for the 7 days.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's probably just gonna be tinkering around trying to make simple things like data pads and stuff.
Cool.
I think Jaquel was with you also. The shift that was taking longer, but was legit.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you guys, you're doing 75 for the week. Roll a 1 purple negotiation. Oh, you did.
Oh, you said 1 purple.
Oh.
So just
Yeah.
knock one of those off. I thought you said 2. So I do pass.
Yeah, it's a hotel room. It's not like as very high rarity. So yeah, 75 that's completely reasonable. Just don't make a big mess or bring any trouble. You guys aren't trouble, are you?
No, of course not. We're traveling businessmen.
All right, that's all I need to hear. Checkout's at 11, so a week from today at 11.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you for your hospitality.
See you then.
I do most of the cleaning. I come around at 8, so if you don't want me to come around, put a sign on your door.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yes. And he'll grab whatever keys and head off to the room.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing we have the top 3 rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, as far as things we want to do while we're here, I think we kind of spitballed some ideas in the group chat, but I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to spend some of this time here before the second ship gets here, like preparing some disguises, like fake Imperial or corporate security uniforms.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and you guys, when you came in through the port, I'll say that you didn't really see on the ground, at least on this planet, a heavy Imperial presence. You saw kind of you do have an idea of what the uniforms of the Talanis look like, though.
Okay.
And most people kind of know what an Imperial uniform looks like already.
Yeah, those are iconic. Question: would the supply shop have weapon attachments?
Probably not, but they can direct you to someone who does.
Okay.
So one idea I probably would have spitballed with Guyver on the way over here is one way that we could theoretically get the ship, go about actually just straight up stealing this ship, is pretend to be inspectors, get on board the ship, inspectors or investigators, and then say that, oh no, we found explosives on board, everyone, all the organics get off the ship. And then, fly it away from the shipyard for safety while we work on disarming it, and then do the hyperspace.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. We just have to be able to, I guess, lie about that, or find a way to like put that information either maybe in the hack to confuse or something like that, kind of get back the story up or something. I think.
Right.
I would also say, I'm trying to think how you would do like the uniform thing if you're making counterfeit uniforms. Like they could be considered like something like tools.
Well,
where
there's like a deception charts. Deception and skullduggery usually have roles for disguises. I think skullduggery might have disguise roles and.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm wondering if like
vehicles and stuff like that when skullduggery.
I'm wondering if like you'd get a boost for having the right tool for the job kind of thing.
Oh yeah, you definitely would.
Yes.
Yeah, and then maybe depending on like how we do on the roll to craft the uniforms or create them, then
so let's
maybe some extra bonus.
Yeah, we did uniforms like that already before with Kit Cam. I helped make the one for him.
So they have roles for creating forged documentation.
That would be skullduggery.
No, under deception.
That's under the Ciphers and Mask. I think it's deception. No, it is skullduggery.
Yeah, skullduggery will be forgery. So I think making fake uniforms will fall under that as well.
Well, I'm looking at the page right now. It's actually deception.
I can make one of these chassis have cunning in it, so we can use them for now for that.
So rating and disguise is skullduggery.
I didn't get a chance to say this, but whenever we were loading on the ship and going, I was going to make sure that I brought my storage bin with me.
Okay. We got plenty of room on the spitting Minoc.
Jihad also does have some tools and stuff, thanks to Patta, that'll help out with skullduggery stuff. So just once we do start making those rolls, those are available. I think it would also probably be a good idea for us to maybe try and acquire or create some explosives that we can have on board. In case they scan us or something like that once we're on the ship.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. From the time Guyver's been with C4, he picked up some things on building bombs, so he kind of get an idea how to build them right.
So are you guys planning on building stuff for your couple days until our ship gets there?
what I can probably do
I
is
think
rewire it,
some are going to be building stuff.
check around the area.
Okay. Do you want to
All
go
right.
to the ship that's traveling there then? And then you guys can, if you guys need to do any role playing, we can switch back to you. It sounds like a lot of crafting stuff though.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah, does
crafting.
anyone-
I'll probably do is rewire to get a survey of the area and all that.
Yeah, let's do day one. Like, we're on the ground. Who came on this ship? It was Jahat, and Guyver, and Wa.
And
Me also.
Oh, so Cat Cam, you did come on Guyver's ship. Okay. So we'll go down the line. So Cat Cam, what do you want to do day one when you get there?
Oh wait, hold on. You said which ship?
And Guyver.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was on Necros. My bad.
Okay. So Jahat, what do you want to do day one?
So I'm trying to figure out what exactly I need to roll for this, but basically I want to go and try and find where a lot of the, find like whatever bar that maybe a lot of the local Imperial presence or, shipyard workers and stuff like that might be at, and just kind of go there and spend my time socializing and, maybe making friends and trying to get information that way.
So there's the high-end casino hotel that probably has a bar in it, and that would be like kind of the upper class, maybe the officers, the few officers that are here when they get kind of R&R might go there.
Right.
Actually, roll streetwise so we can get kind of I can figure out how much information to give, or I guess maybe either streetwise or knowledge core worlds.
Oh, so we're in the core worlds now.
I don't know if there's no specific skill for like colonies or inner rim, so it's kind of like an in
I
between.
think core worlds is.
What's the difficulty on this one?
It's not too difficult. You could probably ask around a little bit, and you're not that suspicious. So I'll say a 1 purple. It'll just be more. I can add on more information based on advantages and successes. All right. So you don't get a lot about the Imperial specifically. People seem kind of like mad about the Imperials being here, like too much interference. And you kind of hear about the plight of the people of the planet more than the Imperials, like them talking about how it's time that the Imperials kind of relax this blockade and just if you want to use those advantages to kind of what kind of information do you want to try and find out with those?
I guess I'll use that advantage to try and kind of pin down some maybe specific people who seem a bit more dissatisfied than others.
Okay, so you heard the name already, but they mentioned Hamar, who is known to hang out at the Heather Downs Hotel. You hear a name that actually you probably have already heard it as well. Lieutenant Ivar, who is an Imperial lieutenant who seems to be kind of disaffected a little bit with the way that people are being treated. He's kind of a more sympathetic ear, but he's also kind of maybe not taken as seriously by some of the local Imperials because of that.
Okay.
How many days did it take for Angiver's ship to get there?
It took Angiver 3.
Okay.
So let's see. Did I get? Well, what are you doing day one, and then we'll get to the next thing. We'll flip back to Necro. Do you have anything you want to do day one on the planet?
Okay. Yes, my character would go to the supply shop unarmed and ask if there were any weapon attachments there.
No, we don't usually carry too much heavy artillery here per se, but right across the street is Supply and Weapon Shop. They Galaxy Spanners, I think they're called. If you go over there, they got more kind of that sort of thing. This is mostly just parts for electronics. He
Thank
picks up like a pile of parts.
Thank you for your information. And
Right here is the
Mhm.
shop that he describes the location of.
my character will go over to here and look at the weapon attachments.
All right, yeah. So you could make a check to see if you can find them. They're rarity -1 at this time, so anything within reason, anything rarity 5 or lower, you could just kind of find here.
Okay, so the Bantha's Eye laser sight, which would be a 4 rarity here, in the electronic sighting system, which would be a 3 here.
Yep. So you could just purchase those here.
Okay. My character will do so.
All right. Did you want to do anything else this day?
Well, my character would go back to his room, put a sign on his door to like not disturb and that type of stuff, and he'd just be cleaning his gun, his smaller gun, and just be waiting for the rest to get here.
All right. And Guyver, were you crafting droids day one on the ship?
I'm crafting droids the whole 3 days on the ship. So
All right.
I think I'm on day 2 right now. So I'm on making the 3rd droid right now. But when I land, I want to stretch my legs and go look around and see what is in the area. Try to get an idea of what's going on around there. Places of interest to go to. I guess so we can try to find out more about the military and stuff in the area as well. So I'll probably use the streetwise or something.
All right. What kind of information are you looking for with the streetwise? Just kind of points of interest?
That and to find out more about the, I guess, area where to start find I guess ID plate. I guess the best place to meet the mission objectives that we're trying to do. Try to get the ship. So I guess find out kind of get an idea how to get to the shipyards the best way. I guess either find out about from local mechanics, about see if they hire out off the planet or how they get up there and all that.
Okay, and also in the briefing and the data pad you guys had, you do have the name of the bay that the ship is being worked on. It's AO 561. That's one of the levels of one of the orbital shipyards. So it's off planet in orbit of the planet where the ship is actually being worked on. So you have that information already, but if you want to grab some more information about kind of where what kind of process it is to get cleared to work there, then you can go ahead and do that.
All right, perfect. What kind of role is that going to be?
So let's see. It'll be a little bit more difficult because this information might draw some suspicion. So I will say a hard streetwise check.
I'm going to have my droid help me with that.
All right. Is this another search look, or you got to do some role playing or anything?
Yeah, we can shift over while I'm waiting. Okay, so yeah, you're actually able to find someone who can kind of for a price
help you out with kind of getting access.
Okay.
So
Price, and I'll help. I'll have Mula handle the negotiations with that.
all right, so the price will be, let's say, 1,500 a piece for legitimate looking paperwork, and you can negotiate that down.
Okay.
And we can move over to Necro for now.
Yeah. So how long does he need to know to do this? Because I probably have to talk to the rest of the group, see how many people going.
He can have it done in, we'll say 4 days. So basically, by the time the rest of the group gets here.
So yeah, so then I'll transmit that information when they get close enough to transmit the information to them and ask them. And if for that triumph,
Let's see. For the Triumph, let me see. Is there a chart for Streetwise, like the deception and all that?
I'd like maybe to find a permanent go-to person around here, so it'd be easier, like any of my future roles, I guess, to get information.
Yeah, so I'll say he's a reliable asset, like on the Skullduggery. So basically, he's kind of a local contact that you can kind of go to for other things.
Okay. Is it for legal stuff or illegal stuff?
You did Streetwise, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so this will be kind of shadier stuff.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go to Necro's ship. We have Jaquel, Necro, and Klein there, I believe. So what are you guys doing kind of in hyperspace? Do you guys have any kind of role-playing stuff you guys need to do or want to do?
So let me lay this out. So when we get on the ship, there's I try to keep the droids kind of hidden away because we have some actual legitimate passengers that are low income that are on the ship. So there's a few aliens over here. Necro lets you all know that we have the cargo pod if we want some privacy, and he will go down to the cargo pod, and anyone else that would like to join him is welcome to do so. So, if you guys want to come with me for some more privacy, you can come down to the cargo pod. So, welcome to the Spitting Minoc. I hope these accommodations are comfortable.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
Well, I have a workshop on board, so if you want to craft some stuff for our mission, if I recall, you were pretty good at doing some forgeries. So you have access to my ship if you want to do anything like that. And Jaquel, is there anything I can do to help make your stay more pleasant?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Though I don't know that. Well, also looks like him. I probably will stick out here. I may need to be someone's hired on bodyguard.
That can maybe happen.
You could be Ada Bell's bodyguard.
There you go. I can set you up maybe with a little bit of trickery as far as disguising your appearance and stuff to make you fit in somewhat better. We'll have to see.
Oh, I'm fairly okay with hiding. It's just when I'm not able to be hidden, and also if I'm questioned. So I think some sort of currency needs to exchange hands, so I'm being truthful if I'm asked. If you get what I'm saying, because I'm not very good at lying.
So A trick I do is I'm like, they call me, and then I say whatever name I ask people to call me, and I am not lying.
Okay.
And then just handing them my ID and just answering yes or no tends to help too, to avoid lying.
I mean, basically, I'm here in case they start.
Yes, credentials are very helpful. Cam, if I recall, maybe I think last time, maybe some credentials to help get us on a work crew for one of the shipyards might be helpful.
Okay, I can do that. Do we know a specific shipyard that we're wanting to get into, or have we not heard anything? Because as soon as we hear something, I can most definitely whip up a few things.
I have.
Yes, the details of exactly where the ship are were included in the data pad.
Okay, then yeah, I'll get right on to making some of those.
That is good. I have a little bit of programming to do with a new droid, but that won't take all 7 days, so I can converse in between that time. But whenever there's nothing to do, I will work on programming my latest droid. So I haven't.
For the time being, if any of the passengers ask, it may just be best if we go with I'm ship security. Roll for.
I think you definitely look like a security type of person.
All right. Did you guys have anything else you want to do in that during the travel, like specifically you want to do? I think that at some point you'll probably get a message from Angiver kind of giving the details of the contact that he discovered who can also give workers credentials for the orbital shipyards.
Yeah, if that happens on day one, we can skip to that unless someone wants to do some role playing or whatnot.
Honestly, Jaquel doesn't have anything to do other than twiddling his thumb.
Ah, okay. Then we could skip
other than role playing, basically.
Okay, so Necro. Jaquel, I think this is my first mission with you, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's my first time out here.
So, what brings you out to the wild outer rim space?
Work. I mean, thing that brings everybody most of the time. What brought you?
I've been a slave for most of my life, and when Darga the Hutt went missing, the Black Sun swooped in and took over their operation, and I owe them a big debt, which I am having to pay off through my skill, slowly but surely. So until I am free from, even though I'm not in chains anymore, I'm still kind of a slave, metaphorically. So, but yeah, my goal is to make as much credit as I can and get Black Sun to where I'm not so having to look over my shoulder all the time and not have to look after their interest all the time whenever we do stuff. But pretty much, yeah, just do that, and freedom eventually is the goal. And with that, you need credits.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh. Remember to call me Kronos, though, for this mission. This will help with the identity. Then I don't have to, Kronos is what I am identifying as for this mission.
Okay.
And then he pulls out his digital credentials. In fact, hey, Cam, do you think you could actually make some paper credentials of this? And he hands you a data pad with all the birthday, job, employment, all that stuff. Just that if someone needs to see an ID badge, that would be great, because he's got the digital one. He just doesn't have a physical one. So.
Okay. Yep, I can absolutely do that.
Okay, so I think that's That's all he needed to do for day one. So he'll talk with you guys, get stuff underway, and then program. He doesn't have to do it straight.
All right. If that's all you guys had, I'm gonna move to day 2 with the other group.
There is one thing, like seeing the different droids stuff that Necro has and hearing, Kit Cam's making forgeries. There is one thing I haven't yet because, most of my time was in the wilds.
Yeah, what's that?
And that would be an IPKC.
Come again? IP what?
The peacekeeping credentials, the bounty hunter license.
Oh, do you have those? Oh, you want those?
No, that's one thing I'm lacking.
Well, I'm sure I could come up with some digital credentials, and maybe Cam could do some fake ones that might get you through some security, but I don't know if it's good enough to get you into the building. If you ever come across a bounty hunter, though, if we could just swipe his, I could totally make a copy. That's something I could do.
Well, see, here's the problem. I want to get one because that will help me, but at the same time, I don't want to be registered in their system.
So if you had a alternate personality, kind of like Kronos here, maybe that's what you need, is a digital signature for a new identity that you could swap between.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, something like that.
Yes. Well, give me some of the details, and I can work on creating you some digital presences. And I'm sure KitCam might be able to help with the photograph IDs and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm okay with spending a few hours doing that, getting details as far as what planet, what system he wants to be in, what age he wants his new identity to be. Then I can just start creating a couple profiles on some of the non-restrictive sites that the Empire encourages the citizens to use to be good citizens, such as Career Space Builder and stuff like that, and start adding some information and make it look like he's been active for a while. For anyone that hasn't actually been specifically looking at his profile, I can start posting stuff and backdating it.
And kind of like removing the evidence that it was all created at once, kind of.
Yeah, so you can give me a difficulty if you want, and then I could, any HoloNet public low security website, I would hack in and alter the database basically and create him an entry that looks like it was created a couple years ago, so that he has a digital presence on the Imperial HoloNet.
If I remember correctly, I think like HoloNet stuff is like a 3.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'll spend a few hours doing that. I'll have, actually I could probably do it in an hour with technical aptitude times 3. Okay. I'll do that with my mini computer and assistance from Hacker.
All right.
Okay, and then I guess we can go back to the other group if you want to do that, and I'll roll while you guys get that put together while we go back to the other group.
I made 3 droids while we were traveling. The last one's got pretty high cunning, and I'm giving him deception, so it makes sense so he can lie for us.
So do you want to do local HoloNet or like regional HoloNet? Regional HoloNet would be a little bit harder. It would be a 4.
I'm thinking we'll keep it local. We can start him off here, and then if he wants to branch out into different systems, since we're already here, we might as well do the easy stuff first to get him through this mission. Then if he wants to expand that identity later on, we can, if we're traveling to another system, I can access lower restricted public available Imperial sites there, and ones that wouldn't raise a red flag, the ones that are really low tech, just like a dating profile site or something like that, imperialsingles.com, .holospace, whatever they're, but stuff like that. So I'd start off with the Talon system since we're here, and it'd be the lower, it would raise lower flags too, especially if he looks like this persona is actually from this area, it would probably be a lot less eye raising.
And narration, sort of role play wise, I think the only real thing I want it to reflect is that he's more Imperial leaning and would rather, take on Imperial jobs rather than non-Imperial jobs.
Okay. Yeah, so you can do that with the 3, and yeah, that looks pretty airtight. I'm sure there are some slicing things you can probably do there to add some benefit to that with all of those advantages.
I had 2 extra blue on there, so we could ignore 4, 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically no one's going to give it a second look, especially any type of job. You could get a job with the digital ones, because I focused on Imperial Jobs. I don't know what the HoloNet uses, but it'd be like imperialjobs.com or Imperial Career Building, Imperial Link.
Okay, yeah, it's more so if I get stopped or something and get questioned, I have something to show.
Okay, and that's
that proves I'm a loyal Imperial citizen.
Okay, so I gave you a digital presence so that if people look you up, they'll see that you just didn't appear yesterday or today. And KitCam can actually help you with the physical ones, because she's got forgery tools, and that's kind of what she does. So she can do that for you. I think creating forged documents is like a 2. And so it's like a 2 purple.
Yeah. Needless to say, I grew up not completely in the wilderness, but I have no background on anything so far.
Oh, well, you do now. You got a dating profile. You've got. Hold on, let me take some pictures. So he'll take some pictures of you and he'll Photoshop them, and make it look like you have kind of a little social, checked in at a few restaurants in the Talani sector. Took some other people's pictures of them taking pictures of their food. So it looks like you have a digital presence, and you've been pretty active in the Talani system over the last several years.
Okay.
All right. So day 2 on Tolani. Do you guys have anything else you kind of want to get done on the second day?
On that first day, after I do that, I was going to go get some cybernetics parts so I can build some cybernetics for for the droid that I created, the last one, because it's going to be pretty much I give deception skills, so it's going to be lying for us pretty much. So it's going to lie for when we place it in there to be the decoy.
Okay, so that would be a negotiation to find the parts, unless they are base rarity 5 or
They
lower.
are rarity 6 normally. I can note somebody once per session to get a legally purchased item one rarity less, which would make it a rarity 4 here.
Okay, so yeah, you can get those.
So actually, I'll recommend, instead of doing that, I can just borrow Moolah and go do that roll. And then, because I may actually need your know somebody thing. Oh, is that restricted or non-restricted items to know somebody?
Non-restricted items only.
Well, never mind that.
Alright, so I'm gonna go off and get some parts. I'm gonna start crafting the cybernetics for it.
So buying restricted items, that's is streetwise?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have anybody on Talani right now that's good at streetwise?
Oh, this droid's got a cunning now of 6. So you can do, and I think streetwise for Angyra at like 1 or 2.
Okay. Can I get your help finding a flesh camouflage set? It's rarity 7, so reduced to 6.
Is it restricted or non-restricted?
Restricted.
Alright, Moolah's got. You can take Moolah with you to help you.
Hey, can we do in the Discord any any checks that don't move the story along. That way we can kind of focus on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what we're gonna roll to do it in there.
Right.
She's Mula. She's got streetwise of 2, and she's got specialist
Okay.
with one success and 1 advantage. So you'd be rolling with 2 yellows, 1 green.
Okay.
Over.
All right. Wah, are you doing anything on day 2, or just kind of still weapons maintenance?
Weapons maintenance still.
All right. And let's see. So you're buying some stuff on day 2, Jahat and Guyver. You're still kind of crafting and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, I'm just getting the droids and everything ready because I already got the information that like we can get a buy into the fight just if we come up with 1,500 credits for it and see what everyone thinks when Necro and them get closer.
All right.
Once
so,
I buy that the disguise kit, basically what I want to do is I want to go in and once again kind of try and really deliberately start spending time up at those casinos and stuff like that. And I'm trying to kind of craft a bit of a persona for myself there as I'm doing this. Basically, Jahat's going to try and pass himself off as a ISB investigator, but he's going to kind of like play coy about it and not, he's going to avoid actually saying that, but going to very subtly hint that that's what he's here for.
okay. So that would probably, I'll say, be a deception.
Right. Difficulty?
Let's see. Who like? Are you trying to like convince other Imperials? You're just trying to convince like regular average Joe?
Other Imperials. And
All right,
can
so I'll say-
Can I borrow the deception droid for that?
For the cunning, yeah, I'm just building the cybernetics for it. They can do it as, I guess, skill assist. Is that what you're trying to do?
Right.
All right, so I'll say that is if you're trying to get someone important to believe it, it's going to be like 2 red, 1 purple. If you're trying to get like just kind of some average soldiers to believe it and start spreading rumors, it'll be 1 red and 1 purple.
Today I'm going to go for average soldiers.
Deceptions versus willpower. Oh, discipline.
And does, instead of kind of going through one at a time, does anyone specifically have stuff they want to do in the time period that's going to require role playing before Angiver or before Necro's ship gets here?
No, I was just trying to get some information so when they get here, we have some we can discuss this and come formulate a plan. That's why I did the streetwise roll to get what I could get, and then in the meantime, I'm going to be crafting, making stuff ready for this. I'm making the droids and stuff since I got here first.
Okay. Anyone on Necro's ship want to do anything specific role playing wise in the next? I think it's 3 days.
Yeah, so Necro will bring a data pad to KitCam and be like, hey, on one of our previous missions, you were there. Remember how we destroyed that Imperial holonet and I put my little skimmer reader on there that read their did spyware on their code cylinders? Well, I got 6 different Imperial's credentials. So do you think maybe you could create some code cylinders based on their login information on that HoloNet thing, just in case we need a get out of jail pass, and then maybe I don't know, maybe a identity that one of the people of our crew might be able to pull off, looking like one of these 6 Imperials.
Yeah, I can absolutely try to make this. And I have that 1 code cylinder from that specific mission.
That'll come in handy. Yes. Okay.
So I can use that as a map on how to build it.
Good. And I got I got my code cylinder skimmer as well. So if we ever find a good spot where Imperials might visit and use their credentials, that might be another time to do that to get some more updated credentials. I like the way you think.
Okay,
All right,
perfect.
Evan.
I'll go
Oops,
ahead and I'll make a couple of extras too, just in case we lose one, need another one, or something happens to one.
I completely agree. 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
All right, Evan.
Right.
Oh, you guys still going? Go ahead.
I that's pretty much all I wanted to say. So
Oh, it
she's
sounded like I was interrupting someone.
well, that's all I wanted to say.
All right.
And then we can go back to
So, Evan,
skipping days.
Evan, I see you have some advantages there. Did you take a look at the deception to see how you can spend them? There's a couple of good options on there if you want to use them.
Yeah, I was just looking over.
So does anyone have any stuff that they need to actually interact with an NPC for? Or do you guys want to go ahead and skip to us meeting up with you guys, and any roles that you want to do for crafting stuff could be done on Discord, and we can continue? Is there anything that anyone needs to do that requires the interaction with an NPC?
I think what Evan is doing might, but it depends on what benefits he picks.
I'm actually going to take Grain of Truth twice on this one. So I'm going to reduce the difficulty of deception checks using my my fake cover as a ISB agent. I'm doing the whole, if anybody starts to hint about it, like, oh, you won't come up with anything anyways, because, it's one of those I was never here type things.
Okay.
But playing it up by, obviously I can't give away everything, but I just wanted to let you in on this, because we're buddies, because we've been playing poker for a whole hour together.
All right. So you have kind of like someone who believes. Is this for one target? So is that like you kind of have someone that believes you so much that they're going to difficulty of future deception checks while using it. Oh, okay. So the lie, basically, it upgrades your disguise, I think.
Yeah, that's effectively, or not the disguise itself, but basically, like, as I'm talking to people and have managed to kind of convince some of them that I'm an actual ISB agent, some of them have maybe given me other little minor details and stuff like that I've then used to improve my ability to lie about this and be like, oh, of course, if I was not an ISB agent, would I know about this, this, and this? And, oh, wow.
Okay, so basically the lie of being an ISD agent, you have garnered some more details that you can decrease difficulty for posing as this specific person.
Right.
Okay, so now are you going to try and do anything else role-playing wise with this identity before the crew arrives, or are you just kind of let it rest for now?
I'm going to kind of let it rest right now. I'm just going to kind of spend some time building this up more and more, and then hopefully having it be useful for us when the time comes.
Okay. So let's see. I will say that a couple more days pass, and Necro arrives. You guys have 2 days of downtime or a total of, I guess it was 7 days of downtime to use. Kind of preparing for the mission while waiting for all of the hyperspace travel to be completed.
Just as a minor note, what would be the difficulty of the negotiation to purchase that flesh sculpting kit? I rolled it in Discord to find it. I had 3 advantage and a triumph on the roll to find someone to sell it.
That means you found it.
Right. So then I'm wanting to do the negotiation for the actual price. So just what's the difficulty of that roll?
Oh, that uses the. We'll just use the same vendor, so it would be the out of game black market vendor.
1 red, 2 purple.
Got it.
All right, so
You guys make it through the blockade without any real problems because you have a much more legitimate appearing ship.
well, and we are actually dropping off real passengers that have no clue that this is a front. So I guess our ship will drop us off. So I will take the droid HK3R with me and allow Annabelle to continue shuttling passengers to and from the different planets. And if we need her to get us to the space station as a legit shuttle, we will call her back at that point.
All right. So you guys also kind of are aware of the hotel that everyone else is staying in. Fairly inexpensive, kind of lower end hotel / Radio Shack.
Sounds good to me. So I will move my token, sir. So this is the hotel. Hey guys, you guys there? We have arrived. We are at the hotel. I'm messaging them through our comm.
We're here.
You land. As you get close, I told you where to find me. I'll probably be in the ship crafting.
Wow, it sounds like a ghost town here.
Not doing much, to be honest.
Oh, I'm out with friends right now.
Okay, well, I guess we should get a room. So,
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Yep.
We already told you they
Sounds
have
like a plan.
purchased, I guess.
hello, business owner of this fine establishment. How much for a room?
It's 75 a week, 40 for a day. It's 5 credits per hour. If you're sharing a room, it's 10 extra a week and 5 extra a day.
Are droids considered equipment, or are they considered sentient here?
Oh, that's a deep philosophical question. I don't normally ponder on such things, but I would consider them equipment.
Okay, that's good. Here's your 75 credits, sir.
Yep, I'll plop down 75 credits as well.
Pleasure doing business.
Yep.
And gives
Awesome.
you guys each a key.
So this is great. We didn't have to sign anything. I love it.
Checkout's at 11. By the way, I do most of the cleaning. I come through at 8. So if you don't want me disturbing you, put up a sign on your door. But don't make a mess and don't bring any trouble.
Not a problem. All right. So,
Jaquel's just gonna give him 100 credits. Be like, I don't want it.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
so should we hit up a cantina and see what kind of information that loose lips are talking about?
Sure.
Is there a good cantina on this map?
If you guys want to do that, I think I'm actually gonna take a walk to the city and get a lay of the land.
Sounds good. Let's go to the concierge and find out where all of us workers hang out. All of us mechanics that work on the shipyards. Let's go find out where we conjugate.
All right. So let's see. Who's going where? We got Kel wants to walk around the city. I believe Jahat is still kind of rubbing elbows at the casino. And where's everyone else going?
Before I leave, I will go to Kit Cam. Kit Cam,
Yeah.
are you going to be doing some crafting? Because I brought this compact workbench, which look how small it is, and it unfolds to be an actual full size workbench, and then you can fold it back up, and it's really small.
Yeah, actually, I probably can use that. I've been wanting to try to build up my confidence level with my new droid here. So, yeah, if you don't mind, I'll just throw that, I guess, in my room for now and get busy on trying to locate some things and stuff and build.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it can also go in your pocket too if you're if this neighborhood doesn't seem like the best place to leave expensive stuff in your hotel.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. I mean, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna hit up a cantina and hopefully find some other mechanics that work on these ships and maybe find out some stuff.
Okay, keep me informed.
Will do.
And we can meet up tonight, share info.
Oh, Evan, by the way, you rolled the higher difficulty, I believe, didn't you? Oh, no, you just rolled one extra purple. Never mind.
So I'll go up to this supply shop.
Okay.
Hey there. I've been kind of transferred over to this area and was wondering where other people that look like me go to hang out and get a drink. And when he says me, he's got like a bunch of mechanic-looking stuff. He's got a utility arm. So he looks like someone that would be working in a shipyard.
Okay, right now there's a Ithorian working in the shop. He says, "Oh, well, you would probably find them at the Rusty Bucket."
Ah, thank you, my good sir. And he gives him a 5 credit tip.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. So we'll head over to the Rusty Bucket. And then I ping people on our little comm channel and like, I am going to head to the Rusty Bucket. Anyone want to join?
I'll swing by
likely-
a friend in here.
I'll likely be out for most of the day, but I'll come by there this evening.
All right, so let's see. We have we haven't spent too much time on Jaquel. What are you up to walking around the city?
Well, specifically, I'm just walking around the city and getting a lay of the land, basically, so I can go, oh, if a chase ensues, I know my way around the city.
Okay. So yeah, you can kind
And
of
also, with that, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to detach it from my modular backpack, but I'm going to turn the camera of the recon remote on so it can be recording as I'm walking through the streets. And at some point, I want to make my way by the facility that we're trying to get into.
Okay.
So that's up in orbit.
Is it in orbit? I thought it was down here on the ground.
The shipyard itself is in orbit. There are some kind of facilities. There's like a customs house that might be inhabited by Imperials. There's various.
Okay, yeah, just like I said, just kind of trying to fill out the security. I'm thinking more of a warfare type mentality.
Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of get a good idea of like good places to lose pursuit, kind of good places to have Overwatch, that sort of thing, and where to avoid if you're like you don't want to run into more trouble while you're being chased, type thing.
Okay, and I'm trying to not make it obvious, so I don't know how much I'll be able to get, but just having the recon remote recording as I'm walking through, so I'll have something to bring back from my day of walking around the city.
You notice kind of as you're walking around as well, there are groups of soldiers that seem to be wearing a uniform that's not Imperial. There are a very light presence of Imperial uniforms, and you can also see occasionally like armed people who are neither soldiers nor Imperials walking around in small groups, looking kind of more like hired guns or thugs.
Okay.
you arrive, Angar will tell you, Necro, once you get settled, to come see him. He'll tell you where he's at. What's the droid that you built? Get your thoughts on it.
Okay, do they need to be disguised?
I think they look pretty close to those RA7s that you I was able to find some information about.
Do they have a couple ranks of indistinguishable on them?
I put any distinguishable wings on them.
So, all right, I'll head over, but I think Kit Cam might be a better judge of how it looks to the non-technical eye.
Perfect.
All right, so Ketchem and what do you guys want to be doing now that everyone's on planet? Are you going with Necro over to the ship to check out these droids? Are you walking around kind of checking things out?
I guess I could walk around to check things out.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to be looking for just some small, like, mechanical parts that I can make random things like data pads, hand scanners, toolkits, like that kind of stuff.
Well, luckily for you, the hotel is like a Radio Shack / hotel. So like the lobby has an electronic shop that has stuff to make gadgets. If you can get a high enough rarity, you can find stuff to make cyber tech. It's just kind of odds and ends, mostly materials for crafting.
Okay, that sounds absolutely perfect. Then I will go down and check them out and see what sort of wares they have.
And you see that same Ithorian kind of manning one of the counters and looks up as you come in. Good afternoon. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm really just looking for I'm just now kind of getting into mechanics, and I actually have a droid that does that sort of thing, and so I'm just trying to build some smaller, like, gadget type stuff to gain a little bit more confidence with me and the droid. So anything that you can suggest that might be handy, that are simple, not too difficult to make.
Yes, of course. He kind of gestures toward a nearby counter. You can see various parts and pieces. He says, "This is mostly for creating simpler tools." And then he gestures toward another bin and says, "This is for more specialized tools that would serve a more kind of specific purpose." And he kind of walks you through what's in the store. Anything that has a listed rarity of 5 or lower, you could find here without any roll. Anything that has a rarity higher than that, you'd have to do like a negotiation check to find.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna keep things pretty simple. So it's gonna be things like data pads, that sort of stuff. So that all that rarity is gonna be pretty low.
Yeah, so anything that you need, they can kind of set you up with here, as long as you're kind of staying that lower end.
Okay, perfect. I'll look around for a little while, and then I'll figure out what all it is that I want and how much it'll cost.
All right, and while you were walking around the city as well, so you kind of have you're developing a sense for kind of the streets and all that. Do you have anything specific you want to look for, or?
Mostly like back alleyways, stuff like that.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of have a good sense after walking around for the day of how to get from place to place here without kind of using the main avenues.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We had our Necro and Guyver. Are you guys going to be discussing droids or?
Yeah, I'm going to discuss droids. I'll probably have that last droid I built, since that was day 3. It took me to build those droids. roll to disguise him, and that way when Necro comes by, he can take a look and see how they look. I guess that's what 2 purple skullduggery.
Yeah. They're kind of probably just grabbing some odds and ends out of your spare parts bins and kind of making the distinctive heads of these things, kind of like the bug eyes and all that.
Yeah, and then did Wah come with me, or did he go with Necro?
I think WoW is walking around town right now, kind of getting a feel for the back alleys.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, I guess Wow, if you wanted to help disguise these things, and before they get here, I probably would have asked for that help.
Oh yeah, probably would have done that if you asked.
Okay, yeah. So this will be day 3. This is before they get here, anyways. And so it's going to be the spy bot will help you do it. So it's got 6 ranks in cunning. So if you want to tell me what yours is, I can roll that, or you can roll it in other dice rolls with the skullduggery check.
Oh, that's going to be very helpful.
Yeah, so just roll your skullduggery with a rank of 6 and against 2 purple 3 times.
Okay. How many purple again?
2 purple to disguise.
And at some point during his walking around, Jaquel will make his way over. Because there is one. Got to look like I'm actually out doing something other than being a random stalker in the streets.
He's making his way over where?
Like as he's walking, there is one thing I want to buy, and also it kind of helps to. I'm shopping around and not just randomly walking streets for no apparent purpose.
Okay.
So he's just going to pick up a repulsor pack attachment for his armor.
Okay.
Not going to negotiate price. It's below the rarity. Just going to pay for it.
All right.
That way it looks like I was doing something that kind of helps with the story of why I was walking around the streets if people ask, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I would like to, for this next day, be I want to do the same thing. Go spend some time doing my deception thing. This time, I would like to go up and approach some of the higher ranking people.
So a couple questions, real quick. Ketcam, do you always wear Mandalorian armor?
Yes, I always have it on, unless if for some reason we're doing some other mission where, like before, I had to wear the laminate armor. Then obviously it comes off and I put the laminate armor on. But yeah, pretty much basically always in my Mando armor.
And Jahat, your bodyguards are wearing Mandalorian-looking armor?
Correct.
Are you, or just them?
I am not now. Once I got that flesh sculpting kit, and I guess I'll grab just like kind of a generic nice clothes. I don't know how much that would be, just kind of casual clothes. And so now he's just fully in disguise, but not wearing armor.
Okay. Roll a perception, Jahat.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty, we'll say, not high. It's going to be 1 purple. And say 1 setback for the environmental kind of distractions of being in a casino. Was that completely canceled out?
Nice. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You don't notice anything in particular, but you can also have your security detail check if you want, because they are supposed to be your bodyguards.
Oh, sorry. No, at this point, while he's at the casino, they're not there.
Oh, okay. So never mind.
They're
Actually,
back at the hotel.
if they're not with you, then no need to worry about it.
I have a casino map if you want to move to it.
Yeah. If people are going to be spending more time at the casino, we can do a casino map. I'm trying to find it now.
I put it right. I put it right next to Indo Japan.
Oh, okay, there's the Sabak table.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So, let's see. We've established some resources. You guys are going over the droids. Did you guys do some rolls to disguise them? 4 ranks in deception, and okay. So you guys
He did.
have
He
you?
did one roll. I told him he needs to do 2 more, and he can have a boost from me to help him.
Okay. So you have a few possible leads. You have the casino where people might think that Jahat is a ISB agent, kind of like an undercover, and you have the guy who can get you some workers' credentials. You have Necro wanted to check out the worker bar, and let's see.
Is the worker bar like part of the casino, like the bar section of the casino?
No, the worker bar is actually closer to the docks because it's more kind of like where the mechanics from the orbital stations come down when they're not like on a long kind of what would you call it, deployment, I guess. On the orbital stations, they come down here near the docks where it's kind of lower end and get drinks, unless you're looking for like higher end like engineer people.
I am looking for the type of people that would be allowed on Imperial Star Destroyers that are contractors.
Yeah, so most of the workers would be kind of lower level.
Ugnaughts.
Hiring only? Do they hire only humans, or do they hire aliens to do the work too?
The Empire.
Oh, no,
the Empire is notorious for hiring Ugnaughts and other intelligent creatures to be in the bowels of their Star Destroyers, making sure all the engines work and crap.
Yeah, they definitely don't just hire humans here, because they're using the pre-existing infrastructure of the Talani shipyards because it's well reputed as a good shipyard. So they just kind of commandeered an entire level of one of the orbital stations to build some of their ships for a specific purpose.
All right, and so that is my.
I'll probably head over there too to take a look at the place too, with him and try to get an idea for, I guess, what kind of mechanics there. Like, if there's like a specific species they have there that's there, or if it's just a bunch of random ones.
Did you want Necro? You asked Necro to come and see you at the ship.
I want to do that. Yeah, but I guess if you're heading there, I can meet you there or whatever.
Well, I was heading there, then you called me to meet you at the ship.
So WoW is doing the rolls to craft to disguise them, so they should already be disguised by the time you get there.
All right. So I guess we'll go there then. Wow! I like what you've done with the ship.
Looks just like the other one.
Actually, it looks like it's not in pieces anymore.
Actually, I have droid parts all over the place. I have bins there. I have old weapons I built that I need to sell and everything. It's kind of a little It's not. I don't think it's all messy. He keeps it kind of organized, but there's a bunch more stuff in there than was last time I saw it.
So, hey, those look pretty good. Do you think you might be able to do something about Hacker over here? Make him look like one of those droids too? I mean, he's pretty close. He's got the bug eyes and stuff.
I'm sure. My new RE7 Spybot can help out. He's going to be the one that's probably going to be talking for all the other droids in there.
All right. So, do you got a roll to make him look like?
Yeah, we'll let him. You want? I'll let Raul do the roll. Do another roll, please. There, DJ. Same 2 purple.
Okay.
And add a boost because you'll get assistance.
2 purple and
A boost.
Will I still get the 6
with
cunning or no?
Skullduggery. The Skullduggery. So you can use his 6 in Skull, his 6 in Skullduggery with your 3 in Skullduggery, 3 points in rank.
So it sounds like 3
Okay.
yellow and 3 green.
Yeah, 3 yellow, 3 green, 1 blue, and 2 purple.
Oh wow! Where'd you go, hacker? I don't recognize you. Very
I'm
funny.
right here.
I am so glad it amuses you to make fun at my expense, Master. All right, so, well, let's go head over to that bar, and they might assume that we are working on an Imperial ship since we have an Imperial RA7 droid with us.
Perfect. I'm gonna use my holo converter. I have my backpack to change my look, so I look like probably one of the typical aliens they would hire. Probably one that doesn't speak, like maybe a gank or something like that that doesn't actually talk.
Ah, I didn't know they were stereotypical mechanics, but okay.
Hey, if I don't have to talk and they could just take me for my skill, then I'm good with that.
You can always talk in a native language.
Yeah, probably if I open my mouth, I might give myself away.
And Guyver,
Yeah.
do you think you could add a modifier onto my on my weapon attachment because for me doing all of this disguising for the droids?
I do just because you're part of the team and just to help out. Yeah, definitely. You got the credits for that for the attachments and mods.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah, let me take a stab at it. What's the difficulty in your roll?
2 purple.
1 mod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I can do it for half the credits, so it's only 50 credits for you.
All right. Well, I guess I should go. So you're going? Anyone else going? It's called the Rusty Bucket Cantina.
Yeah, and we'll use the city map here.
It's been modified for you. He turned around and gives it back to you. Here you go.
Oops, wrong one.
Thank you.
So Rusty Bucket is right over here. It's kind of a little hole in the wall bar.
Ah, kind of what I like. So we walk into the bar. A Drawl and his droid walk into a bar. Da-dunk dunk.
There's a little jukebox in the corner playing some music. Pretty cramped in there, but it's just kind of your typical workers wearing most of them still kind of in their overalls or their coveralls. Some of them still like a tool bag slung across their back.
Perfect. And I have my crafting armor on, so I got the little utility arm sticking out too.
Yeah, you can see a couple, 1 or 2 utility arms in there. Probably it's a fairly popular attachment.
I'm gonna keep inspiring to you, so that way I'll just be whistling their necro and tell you this looks like our kind of people.
Yes, I think I said something like that. So, what perception roll do I roll to try and hear some interesting conversations that might happen to do with Gazanti or Imperial ship or working on, something that indicates that someone over here might be talking about working on an Imperial ship?
Let's see. I'll say you could do a streetwise or a perception. The streetwise would be kind of 3 purple. Perception would be 2 purple with a setback.
I'll do the perception. And then can my droid assist me in like kind of listening? I'll just let him know what I'm listening for. You know, I just text him through binary through the comm system. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I can use improve speaks binary then, as I'm giving him instructions.
So the droid's talking and you're kind of instructing him. Yeah, I'll say that you can do that.
Well-
or the droid's listening and you're. So how are you instructing him? Kind of like
Through my 3-mall security comm, giving him instructions that way, and he can respond silently back through text message. The comm's a $250 comm, so.
So you're just kind of moving him around to places that look like there's interesting conversations or something?
No, we're both going together, but he's keeping an ear out, and he'll like send me a mess. You know, so we're doing it together. We're both doing it together, but I want to get the benefit of improve speaks binary. So instead of 1 boost, I get 2 boost.
Yeah. We can do that.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Steven, I totally forgot. For the 2 days that we've been here, I'm going to go ahead and do my foresee rolls to see if I picked up anything for those 2 days.
Okay. Oh, I should have upgraded that perception. I just need to give you guys more light side.
I'll make a perception if you want.
So what are you going to do with that threat?
Let's see. Threat for perception. I guess the not much except for you can either do a setback on the next roll or take a strain.
I'll take a strain.
Okay.
All right.
And Jahat, you've done 2 foresees. That's for 2 different days.
Right. So the first one will be the stuff for what is happening today. So with that, I would actually, from the descriptions that you gave me of those people I saw in my previous foresee, the other crew, I'd like to during this day, or this second day here that we're on right now, I want to go, in addition to doing my schmoozing, I also want to legitimately kind of maybe start doing a little bit of asking around, even in my guise as a ISP investigator.
Okay.
And I'm looking around for information on those people to see if they are around.
All right.
Or if there are any other groups that might be interested in this ship or potentially causing trouble with it.
All right. And Necro, you got some information from that perception roll. You got probably, let's see, not a ton over hearing something in a bar, but you kind of are able to find at least a small group, like 2 or 3 technicians that are working on that project, and they're just kind of, or at least they're talking about a Gozanti.
I would like to order. I would go to the bar and ask the bartender what are they drinking, and go ahead and buy them around on me.
And let's see, we'll have this table right there is where they're working or where they're drinking and talking. And so I don't forget, Evan, I owe you 3 details for that foresee?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start thinking about that.
So, how you guys doing? Hope you're enjoying things.
Oh yeah, it's nice to be down planet side again.
Which crew you working with? You working with, and then I forget the name of the guy that Zombre worked with, which is basically Necro, but a different identity. But basically, he's like you working with, and then the guys, the supervisor that we worked under when we worked on the game that Pat ran. I name dropped him, so that see if they're working with his crew or a different crew.
No, we got commandeered for a different job. We're working for the imps right now.
Does it pay better?
Oh, I wish. Not much choice though.
You
Just our usual rate, longer hours.
You're looking for a, I've been kind of low on work, but, they got me scrubbing the hulls of just some of the boring freighters and ships, so, I was wondering, I probably got to make a deception. I'm probably going to suck at this.
That manager got canned because 2 ships went missing on his watch.
I can't tell what the other one is. One of them looks like a Trandoshan.
And the other's a Nemodian. Not typical.
Yeah, kind of weird combination for a tech crew, but...
So, let's see.
And they have a labor droid with them, too.
Well,
that labor droid serving drinks, I'll say.
So, is your crew hiring any new people?
Well, it does get kind of dangerous up there. We probably have an opening spot. I know we got a couple guys on comp right now.
Well, how about do you mind giving me the info and I can go ahead and send my application? See if I can get on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't guarantee where you're going to get assigned, but you can try and I could tell you where most of the crews sign up through, and then they put you somewhere.
Hey, maybe I might know some people. Do you think you might? Who's all working on that shift? Maybe I might be able to get some positive vibes from knowing some of the people that are working on that particular Gazanti.
All right. Yeah, I guess they would give you. They'd just be like, well, I don't know if you know them, but and they list off a couple of names. They tell you like 3 other names of people that are working there, and then the 2 guys right now that are on injured leave.
I would think they would have made him roll it. I admit that they would have probably made Necro roll a deception for that because he's trying to lie to them like he knows them.
So he'll be going. HK, what's that name? Can you help me with the name? Is that someone we know? I am not sure, Master. Let me check my data banks. And so, doing that to try and...
I'll give you 1 boost at least because you did mention a name of a person that actually works on the docks.
Okay.
Right, like someone that you knew from last time.
All right. So what do I roll against?
Let's say, I mean, these guys are just like, they're not like super.
I'm not. Well, I'm not very good liar, but we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll say 2 purple.
It gives a dark side. I mean, a light side. We kind of hurt for him.
Oh yeah, 1 red, 1 purple. Well, let's do that.
Oh, I'm gonna fail this. All right. So me using my droid that way to try and give me some cred, could that be used as an assist?
Yeah, like an assisted roll, sure.
All right, so use an improved binary. Okay, so I get 3 boost. All right, and it's deception, right?
Yes. Well, why are you
Yeah,
asking so many questions there, guy?
Roll discipline, not deception.
Yeah, that's deception, not discipline.
Deception's your cunning.
Same thing. Same thing. I got the same number of ranks. It's the same dice.
Okay.
Your dude always lies to people. Why did you put nothing in deception?
Because deception's not a class skill. I'm not going to waste experience points on it.
Don't lie.
Exactly.
Well,
Why are you asking so many questions? What are you writing a book?
No, not writing a book. I just really like to get on that ship. I'm really obsessed with Gazantes. I've liked them for a long time now. I mean, what other ship has a Class 3 hyperdrive, has medium sensor range, has 6 gunnery positions, a crew of 12, and also 12 passengers? I mean, and the Empire uses them a lot. I would love to have a 2,000 credits just to get my own, but... So, this is not a lie. My character is totally telling the truth on this. So, he's using all this techno mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, they'll be like, I don't know if we should be talking too much about this project, but I mean, if you want to try and get work in the shipyards, best place to look is at the Department of Labor.
All right, thank you. I think I will. Enjoy another round on me, guys.
Thanks. That was weird.
So I've got some names. Let's see. Department of Labor. Where is the Department of Labor? Is there a Department of Labor branch over in this kind of not very luxurious part of town?
Oh yeah, it's kind of it's real close to the. What they would probably just use shuttles to get back and forth. So it's right in the docks probably. It's right near the spaceport.
So on my encrypted comms, I'll go somewhere private, and then I will contact the people and be like, message me back if you are in a place you can speak. I message that to the group, so anyone that's available to speak, you can message me back so I can add you to a channel.
Jihad will slip outside for a smoke, and... sure.
So, can you be specific? Did I get 3 or 4 names on top of the 2 injured guys?
So it said 3 names, 2 injured guys.
So,
I think.
Is that
Yeah.
5 total?
2.
Okay, 5 total. So I've got the names of 5 guys, and there's a Department of Labor that's not in that great of a town. If one of you guys wants to do a distraction or something, I can slice into that system, get their identities, and we can work on the Gazanti as those people.
I was thinking maybe we could also try to contact this Lieutenant Gray Ivor fellow and try to get assigned to it. Maybe showing off our skills.
Yeah. Would you rather do that, or would you rather pose as someone else? Then if shit goes when stuff goes sideways, we don't get blamed. Those other people do.
Steven, can you remind us why he's kind of Lieutenant Ivor's on our list? He's a Imperial inspector who's kind of dissatisfied with the Imperial occupation here, you said?
Yeah, he's known to be a little bit softer on the locals. Kind of since the blockade and the kind of sanctions started, he's been kind of more well known as someone who could lend a sympathetic ear. It doesn't always help because he's not well regarded among the Imperials. Kind of considered a little bit soft by them, but the people kind of try and use him as a way to oh wow. Yeah, so people try and use him as kind of a way to get their issues heard.
Okay.
He's a little bit more approachable, and he operates mostly planet side. Actually, oddly enough, through the as an overseer and inspector in the spaceport, with an office in the Department of Labor.
So we can head there anyways and go talk to him. Or maybe talk to his associate. That way, if you need to use fake credentials or something like that, Necro, Kronos, whatever.
Kronos. So, well, it sounds like the Department of Labor is where we need to go, and I just need.
And in a roundabout way, Jaquel was already planning on making his way over there because he was going to go check in about a security.
Okay, so you're looking at potentially looking into security work on planet.
Yes, and he's not actually trying to go for being on the level with the Imperial thing. He's going to act as if he doesn't know about that, but his credentials that were made up shows him being a loyal Imperial, so I'm going to just try to see if that happens naturally. See
Okay.
where it goes.
Are these technicians part like of a not a guild, but what's the word I'm thinking of? Where they
Union.
Union, yeah. Are they part of a union group?
Which technicians? The ones in the bar?
Yeah, the ones that this station hires out. Is it through the union, or like how do they get work?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
kind of,
ask anyone?
Good point.
So,
Do you want to investigate that and try and get that information?
Yeah, I can find that information. I guess when we get to the labor place, where they, I can go there. I can ask around for that.
So Necro says, well, there's at least 2 people on hospital leave, so I think it'd be good to take 2 of their identities, because then we won't happen to run into them if we do this job starting tomorrow, if they're on work leave or if they're on injury leave. So we have at least 2 identities that have business being there.
And I can program into my my pack here.
All right. Do we have a map for that? Department of Labor.
Let's see. That's got too much stuff on it. That's all Imperial stuff.
Probably just do something on the bottom right of the Indo-Japan map. There's a currency exchange center and a holonet center.
Yeah, let's do that. I just got to the northeast in Japan. I didn't realize that the northeast map is just a continuation of that other map I was on.
Yep, it was a really big map I was working with, so I had to break it up into 2 parts.
I just saw that because I saw the edge of that weapon shop on the other map that I was looking at. So yeah, it's the currency exchange. Oops, not holonet. Currency exchange here.
So maybe we should regroup and figure out what we're gonna do.
Okay, yeah, because I want to get that new droid I built that's got the deception. Because I'm pretty sure if I'm gonna have to lie to these people, I'm probably gonna need some help.
And let me grab a Imperial to put in there.
Does anyone else from our team want to meet us here?
Yeah, I will be on my way.
Translation looking droids that I can use temporarily.
At some point during the walking around, I think Jaquel's going to come over the comms and say, I'm going comm silent, you guys don't.
I'm using Tybris, but it's actually going to be that new droid I built. That's haven't done a character sheet for it yet.
And if he happens to see them at the labor place, he'll just kind of continue walking past until he doesn't there anymore because trying to play this off as if he's not.
Okay. So yeah, it's there's definitely kind of people moving in and out of here. It's not incredibly crowded right now at this time, but there's not like a line, but there are people kind of moving in and out, getting assignments, getting reassigned.
What's this terminal here? What are these?
Those are, we'll say, a coffee machine and a vending machine.
All right. How many people are at what desk? I'm assuming some of these are computer terminals.
Yeah, there's one guy in a. Oh, actually, this would have been a better token. There's one guy in an Imperial officer uniform. We'll get rid of this guy. And a couple of technicians.
So before you go in there, Angiver, do you see your droid's pretty good in the skullduggery side of things?
He's more on the deception. He's pretty good at deceiving people. I really built him for that.
But he also has 6 cunning, so he'll still be pretty good at skullduggery.
Yeah, pretty good at skill, yeah.
The 2 technicians at the consoles are not wearing Imperial uniforms. They're actually wearing Talani uniforms.
I'm gonna have that gank disguise thing on, so that way I'll have to talk and I'll have the droid talk for me, and I'll use speak spiraling for it.
Before you go there, do you think you might be able to slip this code cylinder over their actual code reader, and then before you leave, bring it back?
We can for that.
That would be a pretty that would be probably stealth or skullduggery. And if you're doing it while there's people at the desk, it would be pretty hard.
But that's why there's like 5 or 6 of us that could cause a distraction.
Yeah. So if you guys want to try and make distractions, I can assign boosts or whatever. But just saying, if you're doing that, like, it's a pretty tight spot, so trying to get that done will take a little bit of.
So I say someone should do the Karen maneuver. Someone might spill their coffee from the coffee vending machine, and someone else might slip on it and demand to speak to a manager about breaking their back and suing the place.
Is WoW coming with us?
Sure.
So who wants what role?
Do you want me?
Talking.
Would you like me to attempt to place the code cylinder reader?
Whoever feels more comfortable doing it. I can rig something on HK over here to start sparking and smoking to draw people's attention away. Someone else could spill some coffee. Someone else could slip. And so with all those distractions, that might actually get people to look away when someone places the code cylinder.
Okay, well, out of
the code skimmer.
I have 3 yellow in skullduggery, so
Maybe you can work with Tiberius or whatever the droid's called.
Honestly, RA07 Spybot droid.
Yeah, could you assist RA? Maybe the 2 of you slip it on while we cause a distraction.
That's what I said. The RA7 will be talking for me.
Okay, so what do I need to roll to do some type of mechanic to make my droid to start sparking and smoking whenever I text him a command?
Let's say to not do any damage, it would be 3 purple.
Is it is it a mechanics check?
Yeah, so it would be like 3 purple mechanics to do that without kind of like making it spark, but not doing actual damage to the circuitry.
Okay. Hey, KitCam, you got my compact toolkit, my compact workbench with you?
I sure do. I'll hand it to you.
Okay, so we'll go somewhere like somewhere private. I mean, is the hotel room really this close as it is on the map, or is that just a different hotel?
We'll say it's a different hotel because the docks aren't this small.
Okay, we will go into a bathroom in the hotel, and I will do that mechanical change on HK. I get. Do you want to make any modifiers for being in a bathroom?
You have tools. You're just in a bathroom with a tool bench.
Yeah, it's compact one. It's encumbrance one.
So yeah, if you're doing it in like a stall or something, probably just one setback.
Okay. And I get to remove that because I got Deathmaker. Cool.
So did the whole group go away?
Yeah, we came up with a
Yeah,
we came up with a plan. So my character's gonna make a modification to the droid so we can start smoking and sparking on command.
Yeah, I got all that. I'm just trying to figure out, are y'all away from the door? Because y'all said y'all were going away, and was everybody going away?
Yeah, are you guys hanging out in the doorway?
I am not. I looking for a bathroom.
So
There's a
my
bathroom.
character wants to-
Kit Cam will be outside of the bathroom door, just like trying to look non-suspicious, but also
Waiting in line.
So there's the bathroom we found. It's in a hotel room, so that's far enough away to draw suspicion from that building.
What my character wants to do is wants to have the droid go in and talk for him, and pretty much going to say, "This is my master, and he's looking for a job." So try to get with the labor union, or if there's a labor union, or if we need to speak with Mr. Ivor himself. What do we need to do?
When you say Mr. Ivor, you know, the Imperial officer kind of looks up at you, and looks away. It's Lieutenant Ivor, but that's what. Who told you to come look for me?
Normally, when you're as good as my master, who really needs to do that? You just kind of know things like that.
All right. Yeah. Roll a deception if you're trying to.
So you can have a blue. I'm giving a blue to 1, 2, 3, and the next person.
You
So
weren't here. You were in the bathroom. Oh, you talking about from the roll? I thought you.
Yeah, I think and Guyver just kind of started doing this on his own, right?
Yeah, I was doing that while they're doing the thing because I'm gonna start talking. So like, if we all show up at the same time, I would look kind of suspicious, I guess.
yeah, but I had a roll with a bunch of advantages. I was going to give those boosts to people. Because I could let them know over the comm things are going really well to inspire them, so that would explain how they got a boost, because they feel more confident. It's like, all right, everything's going smooth. I'm getting this done really fast with all those successes.
So it's a 2 purple deception.
All right.
And did you want
And you
to?
get 1 boost.
Yeah, did you want a boost for the next person? And then I'll give my character Kit Cam, and Kit Cam's going to work with your droid, so you guys can share a boost. And then who else wants a boost? I got one more I can give to a specific person.
I guess Wall could use a boost.
Okay, so
But-
you'll get a boost then on your next roll.
All right. So let's see. Did you roll the deception, or are you still setting it up?
I got set up real quick.
Oh, I can roll a deception for you guys. My character is pretty good at deception.
Yeah, but he just kind of went in there and started trying to talk, and has to back out of the situation.
Hey, you can be the one that slips on the coffee and demands to speak to the manager. You want to do the Karen roll? Because that would require a lot of deception.
Yeah, like if you want to create a scene or something, you might be able to kind of use deception to help out.
Droid with success. I don't know what you want to do with all that. The score of success is in a lot of advantages.
How'd you get that many boosts?
Speaks binary, 4 ranks in it.
Oh.
So bring your
Jeff said he gave me a boost.
yeah. I gave the next person a boost, and then I gave individual people boost.
All right. Yeah. So, what did you say exactly? What question did he answering.
So he pretty much said, just because my guy's so good at what he does, that names just come to him. But people just drop names, Oh, hey, you do so good at this job. You should work for this guy. Hey, you should that's he's just sounding like my guy's so good at what he does that he's a definite shoe in to be hired on to whatever big projects that are coming up.
So you do the talking for him.
The droid's doing the talking for Angyra, because like I said, Angyra's dressed like a gank or something like that. One of those species that don't talk.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he was a bit confused at first. Oh, okay. Well, we could have you start filling out the paperwork for an application. I don't unless you're working in this office, you wouldn't be specifically working for me.
The big projects, he only works on the biggest projects and the ones that that really use his skills and need his skills. Anything else that's minor, he's not even going to bother with.
So that would be like you want to try and convince him to do what you want. You're either selling yourself with negotiation or trying to kind of ingratiate yourself to him with charm.
Okay.
And let's see.
The whole thing is pretty much what he is. That's why I'm using deception. He's loud. He's just that great of a person. He's just that amazing that that he needs so many work on the best. So do you have any jobs?
Well, he believes your lie. He just because he believes you doesn't mean he wants to do what you're telling him to do. So this will be like kind of how convincing you are.
What's the role?
It's the. I don't think this guy. What opposes? I think it's just another 2 purple. Based on what opposes charm or negotiate.
Okay.
All right, social skills. Corrosion, deception, and leadership are against discipline.
Discipline. All right. Let me see if he's got a higher discipline.
And charm is versus cool.
I know his cool is 2 green.
So I text message Kit Cam. Try to get in position next to Tiberius and wait for the signal to plant the code skill the code skimmer.
Discipline actually is going to be 2 red, 1 purple.
Then I mention tell Wah to come stand in line next to me to get coffee.
How much advantage do I get with those advantages? How much boost can I get?
Is that so? So I think I've been doing boosts wrong. Can you buy that boost thing more than once on a roll?
So
you can give it to the next person. You can assign it with 1 boost, and the next you can give out boost. I think is every 2 you get to assign a boost.
Yeah, assign a boost to a different person.
So you can't buy it
for
yourself more than once.
Yeah, because that would be like giving yourself the same named benefit more than once. That's kind of how I read it, how I've seen other people play it.
Is that how it works?
That's how I've seen other people play it.
Because I've always done it like that. You can do it more than once, so I don't know if I've been wrong.
I think you can, because normally if you can't, it specifically says you can only do this once.
So we'll have to figure that out. Kind of.
It's GM variance. So if you want to do it one way, then you can do it.
I'm in favor, but that's going to mean my guys will do it too. Let's just go around real quick. Jackal, what do you think? Yes, no?
My interpretation of the rules is neither the passing 1 to the next player nor the 2 to a called player has a set limit, but I typically go with 1 advantage to the next person. You can't stack 1 advantage to the next person, but if you're spending 2 advantage, you can spend as many advantages as you want to spend because you're spending 2 advantage.
Okay. Necro, yes or no?
I'm good with that. That definitely helped with all my crafting rolls, so I'm good with that interpretation. Is there anyone that's opposed to that interpretation? Okay, we got it.
All right, yeah, we'll use it, because I think that's kind of a generic bonus that a lot of people can use on different kinds of rolls.
I
that
I
don't
think
maybe
my
have a
main
lot of
problem
things
I
you can
have
do with
is when
advantage.
people try to spend one advantage to the next roll multiple times. That one's a little.
Yeah, that one I think is one time only, because it's such a cheap it's such a cheap boost
Okay, so
that I would
who
say
But
it's one time.
yeah.
you've heard our you've heard our scheme. Yeah, you've heard our scheme. Who all needs to make rolls then, based on our skill? I'm gonna drop coffee. Nunku's gonna slip on the coffee. The HK3R is gonna have his shoulder or something start sparking and smoking. So who all needs to do rolls, or is it going to be one group roll? Because the whole point of
And
us
one
doing
person
this
has to
is
do
to
the-
the point of this is to distract them so that they can put the code skimmer over their code reader.
So the plan, just so I can clarify, is you're putting it on there and then also trying to take it off, right? So it's going to be 2 rolls.
No, we come back later to take it off. So we'll do a whole different distraction later on. Maybe we might set the place on
So it's
fire,
not in
or
the
we
same
might.
set.
Yeah, it'll give me everyone that used it, everyone that inserted their code cylinder into it for the last 24 hours when I make the roll to read it. It's got
Okay.
spyware on it.
Okay, that makes sense then. I was trying to figure out if you were going to try and take it back before you left.
Oh no, this is just the planet there, and like most criminals, we'll come back a day or 2 days. We'll just come back at the opportune moment to get it, and then I can read up to 24 hours of the users that logged in with their code cylinder, and then I can use that to make passcodes with.
I'm trying to get legitimate credentials for whatever.
So there are 3 terminals. So you want to do it on one of the terminals, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, or KitCam can do it, or whichever is easier, because I'm not sure what you have on the map set up. So you said this was a coffee machine, so I was going with that.
You have the 2 Imperial technicians. Each one is at a terminal. They're not Imperial technicians, but that's what their mini says. The Imperial Army officer is not sitting at a terminal, but there's a 3rd open terminal.
Okay, so the open terminal would be best. Which one's the open one? Is this the open one?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to move here, and we'll want to cause a distraction to have their eyes away from where we want to place the code reader.
Okay, yeah. So let's either decide if it's going to be a group roll, or each person's going to do their kind of distraction separately, and then roll them up. And I'll give a boost for each person that participates in the distraction successfully.
I'm still trying to get legitimate credentials.
All right, so then we can do this outside of you then if you don't want to do that. So whoever wants to be involved with the distraction and the code skimmer, say I.
Aye.
So that's DJ, right?
Aye.
KitCam and Necro. Anyone else? Okay, I vote for a group roll, and then I want to give all the boost to whoever has the skullduggery. I want to give them 2, 4, 6. So four boosts. 1, 2, 3. I mean 3. So 3 boosts. I want to give 3 boosts to the person doing the skullduggery to place the skimmer device on, and so whoever has the highest skullduggery and whoever has the highest cunning, that would be the roll.
And let's see, what is skullduggery?
Skullduggery's cunning.
Skullduggery is versus what is it? I'm looking up the social rolls to see what resists it. Social rolls.
Oh, it's perception. If it's skullduggery,
Perception,
perception or vigilance. It's like stealth. It's basically like stealth. Skullduggery and stealth are used synonymously. One's if you're hiding something in something, and skullduggery is like hiding something on yourself or sleight of hand.
So it'll actually be against 2 red for the highest vigilance here.
I vote on upgrading with the light side point.
Yeah.
And where are you going to do it? Necro would like to be... Oh, you guys are in short range of Necro, so we're good.
What's the charm difficulty? You said.
So who here has the highest skullduggery? Is it me, or does Guyver have a dude who's good with skullduggery?
I think it's KitCam. I think Kit Cam and you, I think, because I think Angiver wants to do his own thing.
Yeah, charm
Yeah,
is
I have-
2 purple.
Say charm. Okay, and I can pass up to 5 boosts. You said with all those advantages.
Yeah.
All right. 1 red, 2 purple.
Okay, you both have 3 in cunning, Kit Cam and DJ. I pass in 3
I think
boosts.
Kit Cam has more luck, not you.
So it'd be 3 yellow. So it'd be a 3 yellow roll with 3 blue. And I said we can spend a light side point to upgrade it again. So it'd be a green, 3 yellow.
I already spent the light side point.
Okay, so we're good. So it'll be 3 yellow, 1 green, 3 blue. And then if you have any tools, Kit Cam, to, for skullduggery, you can use that too.
Okay, so tell me what all it was again one more time. I apologize.
3 yellow, 1 green, 3 blue, 2 red. And if you have like a tool that helps with skullduggery.
And while all this is going on, Angiver, you're able to complete your application and turn it in.
Okay, and that's what while we're doing the application and keeping the attention, then they can do that roll. So if she wants to do a skill assist, that's how my fan can assist by keeping them distracted with getting spilled out and everything.
Oh, so now we treat it like we have 6? Okay, cool. 6. So you treat it like 6. So you have 3 yellow, 3 green, 3 blue versus 2 red. So 3 yellow, 3 green, 3 blue, 2 red.
I thought you did you rolled to upgrade it with the light side, so before.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Sorry. Let me restate that. It's 4 yellow, 2 green, and 3 blue, and 2 red.
Yeah, whatever you want from that.
So who's doing it? Nunku or Kit
She
Cam?
has doesn't Kit have tools and stuff for this?
Yeah.
We'll just add whatever your tool says after you roll, so that way you don't have to waste figuring it out.
But 3 extra boost for me from the charm check.
Okay, well, I get 1 advantage from my roll if I use my deceptive scanner thing.
Okay. Nice.
Oh.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are successful in planting the device.
Spilling the coffee, slipping on the carb. Coffee. Making
Is this a distraction or the
It is everything. Our distraction was working in tandem as a group to get a group roll.
Okay. So let's see.
So they were looking in this area over here where all this stuff's happening, and she slipped it right here on the open one that no one's in front of.
So yeah, you can definitely find some stuff on the skullduggery chart you want to spend all that on. You've got some good options in there, like skeleton key, that sort of thing. You might be able to. Actually, I don't know if you're not picking a lock specifically.
Oh, maybe you could swipe something with the.
How about that? Add that to them to actually notice it.
Yeah, I'd say maybe you could like swipe a key or something.
Yeah.
Like a card key.
Yeah, maybe you could swipe a card. The nice surprise.
Okay, that sounds good. I can swipe a.
Like when he was entering the data that I filled out. Like he turned to go through what happened. She swiped the food.
Yeah, he might have dropped his key when he was like, "Oh crap, this one slipped and fell. Oh crap, the droid's on fire. Oh crap." He probably might have dropped his key on the countertop and ran to assist the person that slipped and fell.
I would have dropped my key.
All right. So yeah, there's and then there's various things you can spend the advantage, and so like three of those advantage would get you the key. there's some things that the Triumph can get you. There's some various things like Safe House you could do. I don't know how that would work in, but your planning involves including establishing a place for refuge during the mission. So like find some way to kind of have a fallback safe house. Shift the blame. That's another good one because I know that was part of the original plan.
Is there something we can do to where it doesn't look noticeable at all, and people won't find it till until we get it the next day? Is there a certain amount of advantages or triumphs to use for that?
It looks like there's one that you can use 2 advantage to add 2 setback to perception checks.
You guys wanted to spend everything on that, all the advantages on that we could stack it up, make it really hard to see, because then they have to beat our roll, which is 2 purple and 4 reds, and then we can just spend the rest of those advantages on adding more setbacks to it.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so 6 setbacks, 4 red, and 2 purple to perceive it.
All right, and that doesn't seem likely that anyone's going to catch that. And let's see. And you guys also swipe the key? That could be something you could do with your Triumph, I think.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right.
All right. Yeah, so you guys are successful in that little operation there.
And we slip out and be like, sorry, his arm's always falling off.
And then as you guys kind of walk off, we'll switch over to Jaquel so he can get his kind of his thing set up.
Perfect. I just want to find out about the job for the thing and try to see if I can get my character they reference him to do it or something like that.
Yeah, I'll say that as you're kind of, since it's kind of pretty close to the end, you can spend a destiny to influence how you're assigned.
That's what he's gonna do. Perfect.
And you're up, Jaquel.
I think for Jaquel, he's simply just going to walk in there looking for a security position. He needs some work. Security.
All right, and they seem relieved that this one is going by without any fanfare or drama or exploding droids. And
I'm picturing Jaquel goes in there and one of the technicians flinches and is like, "You're not going to explode, are you? Or catch on fire?"
And then for I don't know if there's an application, but if there is, he's going to fill it out using the credentials that they created for him.
All right, yeah. So that goes off without a hitch if you're not trying to kind of do anything sneaky or tricky or kind of flamboyant. You're able to kind of get it done.
I'm basically leaving it up to you with those credentials if that's going to get me up to that level. If it doesn't for security, then I'll just play it by ear when we start our job. I mean, I've got the repulsor pack now, so I can slowly make my way up there if need be,
So let's see. I will make I'm trying to think what would be the cut of your jib. If it would be kind of military bearing, I would say leadership.
Okay.
So make a leadership roll to kind of just impress him with your military bearing.
What difficulty?
Probably is cool, so 2 purple. All right, so yeah, you he says, I really like the cut of your jib. I don't say that a lot. I'm impressed by you. I think you're going places. And he says, yeah, we got an opening. We need more security at the top of the lift on level A051. So you can report in there on Monday. That's it gives you the rest of the weekend. So in 2 days, they've assigned you to a report in.
All right. Guess I don't know if I'll see you there, but thanks. And he's actually going to go to the nearby hotel and just rent a room there. Because trying to still keep that don't know these guys thing until the last minute, you know.
Okay. And basically, you get the same deal. 75 will cover a week.
Okay, that's fine. And I also paid at the other place, but that's just sort of a secondary fallback. So I have 2 places if something were to happen. That was purposeful.
All right. Does anyone? We have a very short amount of time left. Does anyone have anything else quick they want to try and get in before we end for today?
Did you want to give me the results
the
of my
information? Yeah.
that, and then also I did my second deception check to keep building relationships, I guess. But I did spend 3 on that. What's it called? Played them like a clue horn. So I cultivated a local contact who offers unexpected aid in some form of the GM's choosing.
So the first thing you notice is that in your vision, you're on board a ship. There's kind of some Imperial insignias on the inside. You're on the bridge, and it's you can see Necro say, "We're locked out of the controls," and you also see him say, "We've got boarding pods inbound," and that's it for that part of the vision. And let's see. Next thing is you kind of you can see that there are just kind of a layout of the inside of the ship with no one in it currently. You can see that there are just kind of a room with 5 droids in it, look like just basic security droids, and 1 droid kind of walking around the main level by the entry point. But okay. The only one that seems to be active is the one that's doing patrols right now. So I need to come up with a contact, you said?
Yeah.
Is that from deception charts? Play him like a clue horn?
Right.
All right, so I will try and.
So that was going for the higher difficulty of schmoozing with the higher ranking officers there that second day.
So yeah, I'll say that's maybe like someone who commands a wing of TIE fighters. So they're a middling officer. They have some sway in the security blockade and that sort of thing. They're not like commander of a Star Destroyer or anything like that, but they are like the wing commander of a squad of TIE fighters.
Okay, cool.
I have a suggestion. Can some of the one of the personal data I get be from a person named Kevin Doreen?
Oh no, not him again.
I want to pick on him some more.
He worked at best value.
Maybe he got fired from his job and he's working. He's scrubbing toilets on the Gazanti now. He could be one of those people that broke their leg. Teach him to try and get my information. It's a throwback to the other game.
Yeah, if you guys have suggestions for like how you want to spend some of those advantages for kind of the code cylinder reader or the plate 'em like a clue horn, definitely feel free to discuss it in the discussion on Discord as well.
Yeah, now we have a legitimate identification badge too. So if we want to duplicate or replicate it, we can go off of that too.
Cool. Yeah, I got a lot of information to use to break the code of different algorithms to use to make authentic looking stuff if I want to do a computer roll. All right. I think we're good. Stopping point. What do you think? Just XP.
Yeah, I was trying to play that with Jaquel of like, yeah, he's very straightforward. Just like, yeah, let's just don't overthink it.
So what's the XP?
But then
that debacle was pretty good, pretty entertaining. The exploding droid coffee spill. I imagined that there was like liquids spraying out of the coffee vending machine.
Oh, it was totally fun. I was just like, it was one of those,
Yeah.
just
It was
sitting back and
absolutely
laughing.
great.
I think the TRDS kill all the organics might be my funnest little charade we've done in the past in the Miscreant game.
I'll say 15 for this session.
Okay.
Just some good role playing in there.
Cool.
Some good teamwork.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and end the stream then. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, guys. Thanks again. See you next week.
See ya.
See you guys
See ya.
later. Thanks, guys.